Croeso I bysgota Cymru. Welcome to Fishing in Wales.
When it comes to trout fishing, Wales has got to be the place to head. And here we are on the banks of the River Teifi down in West Wales, possibly the Queen of Welsh rivers. And what it's all about in these spring months is fishing the dry fly for rising fish. And just look at this place, absolutely beautiful. And today we're just roaming the banks, enjoying ourselves, casting dry flies. And there's been a good hatch of brook duns and large dark olives today, and we're just waiting here to go into this run where we've seen 3 or 4 really good sized fish topping. So tactics wise, for most Welsh rivers at this time of year, 9-foot 4-weight, perfect for fishing dry flies, and I've got a leader on here which is about 12 or 14 foot long. And because we've seen some brook duns, I've got an emerger pattern here with a bit of CDC to keep it floating in there. And that's it really. Couldn't be simpler. Just getting in there, making sure you get a cast just above the fish and a drag-free drift. And it's really important to get that right so you fool the fish. Oh, now I've just seen a couple of fish rising up there in that foam line. Help. Well, I've just seen that fish come up in that foam line over there, a little sip, and just covered him and up he popped, so it looks like a nice little wild brownie. Not the biggest one in here, but really, really encouraging to see.
So we've just started to see a few brook duns appear. It's a bit late in the day to be honest, but definitely a welcome surprise. So this is just a perfect run. It's not too fast, not too slow. There's a nice bit of depth through here. I'm not seeing anything rise, but we're just going to speculate with a big brook dun emerger and just see if we can pull one up. Just saw one actually, just the other side. As I said that I hadn't seen one. I'm just going to start on this inside edge. Just because I'm not seeing one here doesn't mean there isn't one here. And it's always better to start on the near side rather than just casting straight away across the current. If you're on the other side, you always want to cast this side, and if you're this side, you want to cast the other side. It's there's one. That didn't take very long. That's a nice little brownie. Probably about 10 inches or so. So we need to put him in the net. Yeah, about 10 inches or so. Just a little barbless hook, easily slips out. Back it goes.
That's a better one.
So the Teifi itself is 75 to 80 miles long from source to sea. The largest club on the river is Llandyssil Angling Association. So Llandyssil controls some 30 miles of the river, including the prime middle and upper reaches that has the prime brown trout, sea trout, salmon and grayling fishing. So if you do come over, I'd probably advise Llandyssil Angling as your first port of call. You can check that out on teififishing.com. Day tickets for your trout and grayling range from that's £10 for a day, and then if you come through to the sea trout and salmon fishing, that's £25 a day. From a mobility perspective, the access does range. Some beats you need to be a lot more mobile than others. Some beats are just open pastures and you can get away no matter your age or mobility. Some other sections you need to be a mountain goat. I will warn you, so do choose your beats wisely. But again, if you check out teififishing.com, all the beats are covered in detail, so you can actually search out the right beat for you.
Discover fishing in Wales.